So you want to create an opt-in form for your newsletter on your website. Well, there are a couple things that we need to do. The first thing I'm going to do is navigate over to my contacts on the left-hand side, and I'm going to create a new list by clicking into lists over here and then adding a list. I'm going to go ahead and call this newsletter and hit save. So now I've created a new list. I'm then going to navigate here to my messenger on the left-hand side, and I'm going to come here to my sequences. I'm going to add a new sequence, and I'm going to call this newsletter sequence. I'm then going to add my details. Wow. Also, capital H over here. There we go. And hit save. And then I'm going to start adding some emails to the sequence. I'm just going to add 1 or 2. So the first email I'm going to add is going to be a welcome email. And then I'm going to hit save. I'm then going to add a second email, and this can be newsletter 1. And then I'm going to hit save as well. Now I am also going to add a delay between these messages. So they should receive this welcome email the moment they sign up for our newsletter. And then a few days later, I want them to receive this first newsletter. And so I'm going to come here and I'm going to add a delay, and I'm going to make it a 5-day delay. And then I'm going to hit save. And from this point on, I'm not going to add any more messages to the sequence. I'm simply going to select the newsletter list anytime I want to send out a newsletter to my audience so that I'm not consistently adding to this sequence. This is just a quick welcome sequence to my newsletter. I'm then going to go ahead and hit save, and I'm going to then navigate to my website. So up here, view your website. And then I'm going to add an opt-in form to my website. I'm just going to build this out very basically on the homepage, just so you can understand the technical standpoint of it. So I'm going to add a blank template, and I'm going to add an empty block. I'm going to delete that column, and I'm then going to add my opt-in form module. And to do that, I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to search for my opt-in form module, which is this one over here. I'm then going to select one of these presets. Let's go with this one, and I'm going to open these settings. So now I'm asking for their first name and email, but I want 2 things to happen when they opt in. The first thing that's going to happen is they're going to be added to that list for the newsletter. And the second thing that's going to happen is that sequence of emails is going to be triggered. So I'm going to come here to my settings, and I'm going to come here to my lists, and I'm going to select that newsletter list. I'm then going to come here to my sequences and select my newsletter sequence as well. And then I can go ahead and hit publish up here on the top right-hand side. And now this opt-in form is live. So someone will be able to come in and opt into my newsletter, and that sequence will automatically trigger. And then anytime I want to send out a newsletter, I will select the newsletter list within my messages to filter my audience. So that is how you can create a newsletter opt-in on your website.